Bonjour. Been doing work on Ofsugitxí. Am I audible? Can everybody hear me? Even if I speak quietly like this. Am I audible? No? I have a new space, so I want to make sure everything's working out okay, if I need to boost myself a little bit, if I need to turn myself back a little bit. So let me know if everything's alright. Hello, Majahadra. I'm very flattered that you've set an alarm on your phone. Alright, cool. I'm gonna wait for some more people to file on in. And then I will be hopping right into it. But yeah, pretty much everything has stayed the same except the place in which I am streaming from. So, doing good. Same light, the same mic. A tad quiet? Got it. Is this better? Soton, that doesn't surprise me. Having to redo everything. Yep, I feel that. What happened to it? What happened to the grammar that you had to... The effort was appreciated. Better? Yes, no. If all else fails, I can go in and adjust my filter, or my gate. The mic is a tad farther away as well, so I might have to move that in closer if need be. The grammar won't work. Oh, always fantastic. Cool. Cool. Now I am audible. Everybody can hear the absolute terror that is going to come from the mouth of Solar. Alright. So, you know what? I think I'm just gonna hop into it. So, let me grab a pause real quick. I'll hop in to conlanging. Oh, hey, Ever. YouTube? We're here working on tenses. Very, very rough work. One could in fact say that it's very intense. So, last week we started working on stuff with Ofsugitxí tenses, how evidentiality is gonna be handled, how telicity is gonna be handled with these aspect shifts. So what we're gonna do is we're going to move into understanding these things, and for this first little chunk, I think I'm going to give actual phonological forms to the auxiliaries that we're using for the different distinctions. Right? Let's hop right into it. So, last week the resident eldritch being, Soton, has given us this beautiful table, of which I have modified, slightly, but more or less this is inspired by Soton. So, what I think we're gonna do, we're gonna give these auxiliaries not only phonological forms, but not only phonological forms, but origin. Or etymology, that's what the term is. Etymology. Alright, so auxiliary 1. Here, let me zoom in a tad. Oh, the Sotons. Oh, the Sotons. So, it looks like this auxiliary 1 seems to be holding some sort of imperfective sort of deal. So like, not necessarily imperfective, but continuous. So, Ashal auxiliary 1 is will be striking. Well, no, that's just the L infix, or the L affix. It determines imperfectiveness. So, it determines imperfectiveness. So can we just put like a dummy verb there? Like some sort of very like lexically weak verb? Because I think we can. That's not... We have a... With the way this language is going to be working, there's going to be a whole bunch of lexically weak verbs, considering that we have classifier copulas. So, can we come up with just a super semantically weak verb? Something like the old copula is a null noun, or just a general copula? Oh, descriptive copula. Existential copula. So, I mean, we can do that. We can put it or ot in there. Say that aux 1 is ot. And it would be ult. Oh my. So yeah, take ult. There we go, that's auxiliary 1. Ot. An atelic verb like go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because if it's meant to take a telic action and make it atelic, Soton, has anybody told you that you're smart? Okay, so we won't worry about ot. But I think I will. I'll come up with a verb, a very semantically weak verb, like go. Let's give it a form. Let's give it a form. Son, has anybody ever told you that you're very smart when it comes to conlanging? Oh, I feel the community guidelines strike already. Oh, you know what? Let's get some love for the long vowels in here. So, der, da, da. You know what? I like that. I like da, da. I shall dal, dal. Wait, hold up. Hold up. I'm pulling up the thing. Oh, it's always great rediscovering that one. Uh, okay. Yeah, that didn't help me at all. Um, oh. So, Dirikal, Dakal. Um, I wonder how that's gonna. Yep, it's just da. Alright. That's interesting. That the phonological form for the future imperfective. Where did I finish that drink? The future imperfective and the past imperfective. Past indirect or direct imperfective is the same. And then is striking. We can use that ot. Or that, yeah, ot. Oh, and that wouldn't be a. That wouldn't be a. That would be o. O. Dokal. Asalto. Dokal. Alright. So that seems to work out pretty well. I like that. Now that we have that, now that we have do, dokal, and do, and ut, you know, Soton, I like that idea. Oh my gosh. No, Soton. You're not... I'm not just going to steal your name. Not for this language. I'll do it for Kea, but not for Ofsugitxí. Ut. Okay. So, do we want to hop into, like, doing some translations? Now that we have some sort of thing? You know? How are we feeling about it? I'm up for it. Oh. Oh, I thought you were like... I thought you were like, this is how Ofsugitxí is gonna work. No. No. Soton, no. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's work on fixing this whole deal. So if I want to say the animal is keeping the hand axe, yeah, let's do Zul. We would say, hold up, Zulu. No! Cheese. Zulu. Kergat Zulu asali. Or asali. Zulu. Well, no, technically we would just want Zu then, because that's the, that is the present tense. The animal. But in the modern language, we're gonna wanna plump Zul in there. Right? Present. Okay. It's the hand axe the animal is keeping. Animal is keeping the hand axe. Right? Just group these together. Ashalyed Zul. My? What was my? Oh, that was the subjunctive. Oh, back when we said we were going to use a subjunctive for that. Okay. Zu. Okay. Okay. It. You, Majahadra, you want to know why they have hand axes? To protect themselves from y'all. Because with the rate that y'all have been wanting to kill them, it's bad practice. You know what else is bad practice? Oh my gosh, I'm not. For some reason, whenever I work on Ofsugitxí and talk about animals, all I hear is just YouTube boss music. It's like they're just waiting. They're just waiting. It's also because I didn't have any other words to use. Okay, so let's work on. Let's see, is this in the correct agreement form? Fable of the Animal War. No. Is this the war between animals and Majahadra and Soton? Or is this the war between the animals and other animals? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think the agreement pattern is correct. Yes, for when the dogs come. That's exactly it, son. Watership down with guns! Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. The dogs lost their tails from the sheep's hand. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Egit Kofkergat Eyatum. So I eat an animal meat dinner. Nature versus no, Majahadra, don't throw Soton into this. You're included in this. I don't want to hear it. After that 40 HP plus 40 HP comment you made, nah, you're not safe. Oh my gosh. You forget. So here's the thing. Being a YouTuber, you forget half of the stuff that goes on in your streams. Or, yeah, being a streamer, you forget half of the stuff that goes on in your streams. And then you go to edit it. And then you go to edit it. And you remember everything. Majahadra, you are not a bystander in this. You are not. Just, I can... The director of the film... Yes, exactly. You deserve... Okay. So let's look. Kill infinitive. Yeah, that's the deal. That's the plan. So yatum, I eat. A yatum. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I forgot. I forgot how flexible. I forgot that. Ever, you gonna let Soton talk about you like that? Oh my gosh. I forgot how flexible the verbs are in Ofsugitxí, and the fact that you can just plop Noun cases onto verbs. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, okay. So, togatjed demel, togatjed, demel, kif di, kif gitr, yatrim. So, eat is a telic event. Do I want to make this like a I am eating it? Yes, yes, Majahadra. Verbs can accept noun cases because there's no such thing as a verb or a noun or an adjective. It is just all one. Excuse me. Hair in my mouth. It is all just one big word class, and that is word. But yeah, do we want to? I think we want to put this in like the present imperfective, or do we want to say, or not there? Do we want to say, like, as for the animal, it is by means of a human killing it, presumably me, that I eat? How about that I might eat? Like, implying that, like. So if I put the indirect present on this. If I put the indirect present on this. Yes, words can accept word cases. Okay, so might be eating won't happen. But will be eating is fine. Yeah, will be eating. So we can put our doll doll auxiliary to word. I need to use dog in a compound, so I have a word for dog. You're using the word dog in a compound to mean dog? But yeah, so I can say one. I will be eating. Look there. Okay, I get that. How many? I get that, Soton. The root being too small. Okay. This looks fine. Hogatje demel kif git yatrin dor. Dor. That a is floof dog or vicious dog? That, you know what? That's actually a very valid question, Majahadra. Otin or Otrin. You know what? Otriln, iln, in, iln, Otriln. Sie. Present. And then... Oh! Oh! Oh, I get that. We just put the verb at the... We just keep the verb at the front of the sentence because it's like, I'm keeping the animals. Okay. Alright. So we have this. We have, like, all of our other translations fixed. Do we want to get into some more intense translations regarding the, indirect? The evidentiality? I think we could have some fun with that. I'm gonna have to transfer all of these sentences into the reference grammar. Soton, do you want, for your word for dog, do you want, like... Well, yeah, Majahadra's question is very valid. Is it a floof dog or a vicious dog? Because if it's a floof dog, you have to use the word for baby. And if it's vicious dog, you have to use the word for murderer. The community guideline strike, no! Dog is cool. Oh, yeah, that's a small word. Just dirt dog. You know what? I liked that. I think we should hop into some more. Oh, if you see what I see. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Did I just... Okay, no. It's not... It's not that bad. I just have to put the auxiliary verb first. In that phrase. So, like... I think I get what's happening here. So... Soton, remember when we said that this was going to be, an auxiliary first language? Auxiliary fronting, or whatever that the technical term is? I didn't mess it up. I just forgot that a certain aspect of it existed. Quack quack. Oh, that's cool. I like that for a word for baby. Quack quack. You know what? Just call your dogs babies. So goal. So that would be da. That would be da. Yeah. One. Okay. Okay. That wasn't too hard to do. I just need to keep in mind that auxiliaries come first. But other than that, it looks like we're good. So do we want to hop into another quick translation before I end off this video? Let's come up with a sentence that needs... Let's come up with a sentence that needs relative clauses. So we can figure out a way to do relative... No, actually, let's not do relative clauses yet. Auxiliary first is cool. I blame German for my love of auxiliary first, but yes, final translation. So let's just so when I look at it, I know, like, oh, things aren't the way they look. Okay. So let's do something that requires prepositions and auxiliary verbs. So the dog isn't red. What? Yeah, Soton, that doesn't look quite right. Okay, so let's take a sentence like I ran on the long rock. I ran on the long rock. Okay. I was thinking that this language would be a pretty It's fine. It's a matter of perspective. It's a null. It's a null negative. Yeah, I came to the conclusion that this would probably be a very satellite framed language. So like the ambiguous copula. This would be a very satellite language where manner is marked off of the verb and direction is marked on the verb. So like think the difference between enter and exit and the word walk and run. Walk and run shows manner. Enter and exit shows direction. So walk. Oh yeah, we can just pop some. We can just pop some verb morphology or noun morphology onto the word for walk, can't we? So nope. I have an allative. Nios. Nios? Yes, I have an allative. Yes, okay. Dun. Oh, how about we say we ran across the long road? Dunne. Right? Dunne. No. Dadun. Dadun. Okay. Oh, Nios. Da. Dun. Dadun. So ran across, or ran on, or ran to. Oh, it would be dad. Dading. Because agreement morphology. What the heck? Oh, I love it. Dading. Dading. So I ran on, so ran the long rock. So I have a word for rock, I believe. I do not have a word for rock. So Let's think. What haven't I used? What phoneme haven't I used? Ooh. I think I want to use this puppy. Phonemic h. So we can do eh. Yeah. So echit, echit, echit. Yeah. And I can do that easy, right? Like with this. Yeah. Echit. Okay. Echit. So adjectives come after the verb or after the noun. The noun. So echit. And I have a word for long. Al. Okay. Al. So we ran on the long rock. Go. Al. Al. And we're gonna remove the that would be echut. Echutal. Okay, so yeah. One final translation to rock the boat. If to rock the boat. Like what did you do to the long rock? We ran on the long rock. Gosh. Um. But yeah. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. All right. So I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna call it here for YouTube. If you enjoyed watching me go through things that I've already done and fix them, then you're probably not going to see very much more of that. Or you're probably not going to see much more of that in these next coming weeks because we're going to be working on some new stuff, some new translations. So, if you want to see more, if you want to see more translations, definitely check back. If you liked the video, go ahead, do all those YouTube things. Like, subscribe, share, comment, you know, tell your favorite. Tell your favorite about me. I'm not telling you what your favorite what, just your favorite. All right? Have a good one, y'all. Pause scene. Mahadra, I like that idea. I like that idea. Sat for a long time. I think that doing that would like show just how flexible these words can be. My mind went right to K-pop. The Conlang K-pop, where the translation of the I think it's the Emancipation Proclamation, can also be translated as never gonna give you up. So hold up. I'm gonna see if I can find that. With the hats? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah! There it is! It's almost like they're listening. Oh, jeez. Use the lateral oh my gosh, okay. Oh, Soton, no. Okay. Let's start a new video. Welcome. Last week we worked on fixing some things and giving some things forms, and this week we're working on using those forms. So we're gonna have some fun. Alright. So Madhyahadra, a frequenter of the stream, gave me an idea. You look at the word, or last time we translated, we ran on the long rock, right? So, given the fact that this language is very flexible in its translations, right? We can take this and kind of turn it into we sat. What was suggested? What was suggested? We sat for a long time. We can take a few of these words and repurpose them. Specifically, ehut. So take the phrase we sat long time. So ehut. Din ne ekudin. Ekudin.
This might answer your question. In finance, stock consists of the shares of which ownership of a corporation or company is divided. A single share of the stock means fractional ownership of the corporation in proportion to the total number of shares. This typically entitles the shareholder to that fraction of the company's earnings.
Stop! So here's something fun. Where we'd expect a hoot otherwise, as soon as you plop a little bit of solar investing in shares,
You can't know my secret.
Where we would expect a uvular fricative, in fact, we get a velar fricative, or a velar stop, with a geminated voiced alveolar stop. Which is fantastic. Okay, so sit towards or sit on. Yeah, so I think the allative is going to take a... Okay, so the way that consonant mutation works, Majahadra, is that... So, hold up. Last week, we figured out that there's going to be feature metathesis. So, if there is an aspirated stop following another aspirated stop, that first aspirated stop becomes heavily aspirated. So, and then that heavily aspirated dorsal stop becomes a fricative. Generally moving back a little bit. So the velar fricative, the heavily aspirated velar stop becomes the uvular fricative, but only because it is followed by an aspirated stop. The problem with that is that before any of that could happen, this voiceless alveolar stop assimilated voicing and place, but it didn't need to assimilate place. Assimilated voicing with that voiced velar stop. So now, this is just a voiced velar stop. Or an aspirated velar stop. It is not a uvular fricative. I'll have to like make out a table for it. But long story short, this is the same word, just a different form. No. Remove the link, please. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to make a table for those mutations, but... Okay, so we all set... No! Just... No, why? Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, so... We all sit on... Oh my gosh, I forgot to add morphology. Yes, PL is the ending for Poland. We ran. So Dirn. Dadirn. Oh my gosh. Right click, bottom option, remove link. Oh my gosh, I just love the infixes. I love the infixes. They are fan-freaking-tastic. How do I do this? How do I do this? There's an infix in a suffix. How do I do that? How do I mark that? Gosh. There we go. I think I'm just gonna... I'll just plop it right in the middle of... Or no, I'll just... Past perfective. Bam. Okay. Remove the link, please. Gosh! TPFV. Oh my gosh, these are direct past. Oh my gosh. Call this fusional if you want. What? And so is the object language counterpart in the clause. Yes, but I was thinking about, like, how do I plop that in there? Because this is an infix inside of an affix. That was my question. But I figured I should probably just... Oh my gosh, seeing all these terms together is just, like, so insane to me. Okay. I prefer my path. Just seeing all of this morphology on what is supposed to be a verb. That's in 2 syllables, man. Oh, son. Treat it as a single... Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm treating it as a single suffix and then marking the infix afterwards. But yeah. Like, that is 1 syllable. I have never created something so freaking fusional. That's... Transfixes. You know what? Send it to me. Send it to me. I'll check it out in between videos. Ekudin. Dirn. Ekudirn. Oh my gosh, that's so good. We sat for a long time. So this is... We sat on something. Or we sat down. Probably, like, emphasizing, like, resting. So we sat rested for a long time. We could just pop al there. We sat and rested for a long time. We sat and rested long. We were like rocks. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. I just love that. But I think we can just plop the adjective at the very end of that. I don't think we need to even do that. I don't think we would even need to do like a metaphorical extension. I think we can just say we rocked. Or I don't think we would need to add anything onto that. I think we could just say we rocked. That means we sat. And including like that allative has like the interpretation, because the allative means on or across or to. We will rock you. Yes, Majahadra. Because the allative is like a on, across, or towards. I feel like it has that idea, like we rested. We sat on something. We could. We really want to make you sit down. Yeah, we sat or rested for a long time. Yeah, I think we could just plop long onto the end of that, and then we'll be Gucci. Like, we sat down long. Yeah. Or we rested for a long time. You know what? We could do a genitive affix. Or no. Using length could turn into for a long time. Using length. So plop an adverbial. Git. I'll git. I'll eat. How do we like that? How do we like that? We sat on X using length. That is so cool. Okay, we sat on X using length. Ugh. I just realized something. How are we gonna draw attention to the fact like we don't know something? So in this translation, it's ekudir.
This might answer your question.
Echo!
True, dear.
Stop!
I need to use a different verb. So this says we sat on something. How do we draw out the fact that we don't know, or that it is an indefinite object? Let's look at like the other. So like I'm keeping some animals. There's verb. Oh. We just used the allative. You just used the allative. A null pronoun. So I do have a null noun. That's ot. So Otied, Otied. Oh no, I got the sun. I got the sun. Otied, Otied, Otied is like someone or something. It's a null noun. In fact, I believe. Yes. So a null noun, which can also function as a pronoun. So depending on its oh my gosh, depending on its agreement morphology. So ut would be like he did something. At would be you did something, and it would be I did something, or it would be I did something. So oted. As for somebody, my indefinite semantic maps now. So, long story short, ot came from an old copula. An old existential copula. Ot came from an old existential copula. And a while ago, when we were first working on the stuff, we also figured out that if we wanted... Oh, jeez. Page 30. Okay. I guess I'm not quite seeing what you want me to see here, Soton. Oh, I heard something. Semantic map of indefinites, specific known, somebody called guess who, specific unknown, I heard something but couldn't tell what. You must try somewhere else. Did anybody tell you? Do you see anybody tell me? I don't think anybody. Some, any, or no? Huh. Something, anything, no one. Or nothing. For indefinites. Yeah. Okay, so I see. Okay, so I'm cool not using ot for that, actually. But so the indefinite form came from an existential. What I had was the indefinite, an indefinite noun or an indefinite, just a null whatever, a null agent or null whatever. Sorry, came from an existential copula. We used that earlier for something that is. X that is. So I'm thinking about something in this. Autre is I am thinking about something. So autre just means something that is, or an object that is. I also know there's a very common cross-linguistic tendency for indefinites to not be topicalized. It's like impossible to be topicalized. So, if we want to draw attention to the fact that we just don't know, but so yeah, if we're looking at like a map of indefinite, yeah, let's do that quick actually. So X is something so bam, so we're looking at something to the effect of that. So if something is, then it is something or anything. But yes, specific known. Yes, I read through that. So, yeah, it looks like they all are related, obviously, but you can't relate direct negation to specific known, right? So, but specific known can be immediately related to a specific unknown. You may kiss anyone. Let's. So. Existential copula, the specific known. Only if they consent, correct. So the existential copula is just very. It turns into an indefinite specific known. Like looking at something. Well, now that we have that, now that we have that all settled, I think it's time that we cut it for YouTube. So, YouTube, if you enjoyed rambling, if you enjoyed my rambling and trying to figure things out, um, I hope you'll come back next week for more. If you liked the video, do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, share, comment. You know what? Tell your art teacher about me. If you think that this was decent at all, I'm very interested to hear what they have to say. All right? Have a good one, y'all. You missed my explanation about the existential copula being a definite or an indefinite, a specific indefinite, specific noun, rather. So, I want to look at what you sent me, son. Medioactive. I don't think I quite understand what you're trying to get me to see. Oh, I see what you're trying to get me to see. Yes. So long story short, yes, I figured out what you meant by a transfix. Yeah, that's insane. Um so from what I'm gathering and what you're saying is that if there isn't a word for direct negation, then it's going to be a word for indirect negation. And if there's not a word for indirect negation, it's going to be the same word as the word for question. And if there's not a word for question, it's going to be the same as a word for irrealis nonspecific. If you don't have a word for irrealis nonspecific, it's going to be like it's a hierarchy. If you have this, you're going to have all of these. If you have this, you're going to have all of these, but this will fall into all of those functions. Am I incorrect? I like that idea. Ah. Oh. Hmm. Hold up. Interesting. All right. Okay. So these things come from determiners. Okay. All right, everyone. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna pause. I will return. Give me a few minutes. have returned. Okay, Soton. The first one doesn't do well on Discord? Oh, the things you sent. Oh. 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 Oh my gosh. There we go. What language is this? Oh, I think I know what we're doing for our last video. I think I know what we're doing for our last video. Oh yeah, getting very spicy Soton picks. Alright, let me grab the pause screen and I'll hop into it. Welcome. I have received very interesting content from Soton. We are going to work on how this whole indefinite thing works in Ofsugitxí. So, let's hop right into it. So, what we're looking at is this. And we're looking at what will be handled. Soton is the giver of indefinites. We're working on what will be handled by each of these. Or what will handle each of these. So we were given a great set of charts. So, I think, you know what I like? What I think we're gonna do, how I think we're gonna do this. Let's pop in here. Specific. Known. Unknown. Bam. No. Bam, bam. So, Irrealis, non-specific. Okay. So, I think I'm comfortable with this whole thing being handled by Ot. Because Ot is it's a definite thing. It's something that is. So it used to be a historic. It's an existential copula. Existential copula. Right? So what we can do from here we look here. Yeah. Irrealis, non-specific, question, and conditional seem to constantly be grouped, behaving as determiners. Yes. Yes. I'm aware these are behaving as determiners. Because, one, this came from an existential copula, and the way that words function in Ofsugitxí is funky. Yeah, so it looks like okay. It looks like irrealis, non-specific, and questions, and questions and conditionals seem to be grouped together. So I think that's what I'll do with this. I think I'll do something like that with this. Yeah, yeah, like in the word, or, yeah, it's just a word. Otriln is I'm thinking about something. Something in the null in there is the something. So I guess it would be a better way to describe it would be indefinite. Autre. What can we plop into questions? Like, so let's think of a word. Let's think of a word that can, like, act as a surrogate. That's a way to describe it now, isn't it? Can function in a similar way to any in English. I mean, we can look at the etymology of any and figure. Yeah, let's do that. Oh my. One moment. That is my phone dying that I am using to look at chat. So unprofessional. Alright, we're back. Ooh, one? It may have diminutive force. So we could take just, like a... We could take, like, a specifically marked form of one. So, let's just come up with a form. Hooty. Or hoot. Yeah, let's just see how that would function. Yeah, it would just be hoot. Yeah, I could just say that it's one. The word for one. Hoot. Um... Soton, I want to use a word for or for yes no questions. Any and all as diminutives and augmentatives. I can do something like that. That's cool. Okay, indirect negation. Indirect. What's indirect? I don't think. Okay. Indirect negation. Not a very strong negation. The all dogs start praying. The any dog versus the all dog. Okay. So let's look at... Oh my gosh, it just hit me. It just hit me. We're not talking... We're talking about determiners! Yes, Soton. Yes, Soton, I know. I knew we were talking about determiners. But it didn't, like, click in my head that we're not talking about don't. We're talking about the indefinite determiners. Oh my gosh. This is what happens. It's the attack of the tism, you know? Things just don't quite click until they click. So it's like... It can't... Oh no. So, ut demel is person. So some person. Hut demel is indefinite. Okay. Why? What did you do, Soton, that Apollo needs to... that Apollo can't warn me about? Yeah, I think I want to include, Hoot into the, indirect negation thing. No, not that one. Soton. If I end up with... Oh, Soton, no. If it's out before the end of this stream, I want to watch it on the stream. Oh, no. Soton, no. I don't need you. Oh. Okay. So, Hoot is... Which... Someone else who, what someone, or which person, if someone. Did anybody. Oh, so that would be anybody. Any person. Ugh. Someone. And then comparative, I think, is just gonna be... He's gonna be its own thing. I'm cool with that being its own thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I do that. I go through all of them every single time. I'll worry about comparatives later. Um... Yeah, I'll worry about comparatives later. But, indirect negation... Direct negation. So... Oh, indirect, not indefinite. I'm very nervous about what you've created, Soton. Okay. I think I'm just gonna come up with a word for, like, no, or just a general negative, and then use that. So, take, like, a... Pin. Ping. So that would end up something like... Penny becomes ping. Yeah. Ping. Heng Demel. And then free choice. Looks like for this one it's yeah, I think I can just do 0 marking on that one. Bam. Then I'll work on comparatives later. I'll worry about comparatives at some other point in time. Alright. Because I think it's about time that I close out for YouTube. So I hope you all enjoyed this solar making tables simulator. I had fun figuring things out. But yeah, so we're gonna do more of this. Don't worry. We're gonna do more. Well, we're gonna do more actual conlanging and not like just putting up tables. But if you liked it, go ahead, do all the YouTube things, like, share, subscribe. See you in the next one. Alright. Bye. Soton, what are you doing? Oh, wait. Soton, what are you doing? The comparative would use hoot. What it? I mean, I'm cool with that. Okay. Yes, I understand that, Soton. What are you editing, and why do I feel very bad about what's going to happen? What am I keeping in the edit? The Soton, what are you doing? Splicing some fun audio of me. Oh no, it's the Attack of the Tism thing, isn't it? No, I don't read everything you type. That is Soton. I still need to figure out how to do music in between my videos. Yeah. Soton, what are you doing? I'm gonna... God, no! Don't send it directly to me! Oh, Soton. Oh, Soton, no. I am terrified. Where did this say for YouTube Soton go? That's my question. Y'all. The safer YouTube Soton was here for like 2 seconds, and now they're gone. There's the Eldritch deity is gone. The Eldritch demon is still here. I'm so scared, Soton. Alright. But yeah, so I have this. This is super cool. I have determiners figured out. I didn't think I would ever go this deep into determiner land, but here we go. Here we are. Here we are. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I hope everybody enjoyed watching the pure, unadulterated Solar. Oh yeah, the safe for YouTube Soton is still Eldritch. There's Soton itself is Eldritch. In fact, I figured out Soton's pronouns. These are Soton's pronouns.
If you accept the definition that a word is some letters surrounded by a gap, then knop it.
Alright. Have a good one, y'all. Peace out.